Hey, gang, I just wanted to talk to you guys about this idea of life as a balancing act versus life as a dance. And you hear quite often that that balance is the key to life. That as soon as you start doing one thing, your attention shifts, and then there's this scales keep shifting around. And as soon as you stop paying attention, or like work gets too busy, the scales shift away from family and from the rest of things. And well, I think that this analogy of life as a balancing act, or sort of like a teeter totter on a lever, and things are just constantly going left or right. I think it's a little bit too soft. It doesn't respect you and how vibrant you are. And so I think life as a balancing act is a little bit lame. It's a little bit too one dimensional. I like to think of life as a dance, and there's this constant pulsing thing. Things move, one thing gets stronger, another thing gets a little bit faster, and things increase in speed or they slow down, and then things pulse around. I like to think of it as a dance, and especially because in a dance, it's between two things: you and the rest of the world, as well as it's something that there's no real wrong way to do it. There are more beautiful forms of dancing. Obviously, there's like certain forms of the waltz, or certain forms of salsa. It's very like stereotypically beautiful, and within the form itself that's accepted. But there's also no wrong way to dance. There's goofier, but there's no wrong way to dance. And I think that's a much better way to think of it, in that you can get a little. The only wrong way to dance is not to fully express yourself, and it's just to get hands in really gross, and you just don't want to do anything, you don't want to move. But as soon as you start vibrating a little bit, moving around, and allowing the attention to shift from one thing to another, and not holding on too tight. That's the thing about the balancing act that I don't like, is that the balancing act is so tight. It's almost like you're flexing so hard that you break, and you want to think of it. You want to be a little bit more resilient, a little bit more vibrant than that. And a balancing act is just so slow and doesn't really reflect the pace of life. So consider that. A balancing act it's good, but it's that's for when life is boring, and life is very rarely boring. More often than not, things are coming at you left and right, and you got to dance around it, kind of juke and jive. So consider that, think about it. Maybe start thinking about life as a dance rather than a balancing act, because we're way more dynamic